TV. We live on all platforms. Yo, what's good with y'all, man? Happy New Year to those who are tuning in and to those who are gonna watch this after the fact. This will be is this the first stream is this the first live stream of this year? I think this is the first live stream of the year. And if it is, cool. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. This is gonna be like a short stream. I don't think it's gonna be no longer than 40 minutes. There were a couple of things that I wanted to talk about, a couple of topics that I posted, and a couple of things that I wanted to get your guys' opinion on. But before I get into the main, and by the way, you guys see the title of the stream. Hold on real quick. You guys see the title of the stream. And before I get into the main topics, you know, I think I have like 4 or 5 topics. But let's check out Anthony Edwards, man. So I don't know if you guys know, but a couple of days ago, right? Anthony Edwards got into an argument with I guess him and his coach had a disagreement, and Anthony Edwards walked off. I think he left the bench. Let me see if I can find that clip for you guys. Edwards leaves bench. Can't even fucking type and spell and shit. All right, so here's the full story here. So for whatever reason, right, it says here that the Minnesota Timberwolves were blown out by the Atlanta Hawks, and a couple of days ago, Anthony Edwards, he actually walked off the he left the bench. Do they have a clip of this? Here we go.
Anthony Edwards, his night.
Now, I can sort of kind of understand the frustration, right? So Anthony Edwards, right? He had 30 points at the time of him leaving the bench. He had 30 points, and the rest of the team had 50. So I guess you can say this is why he walked off, you know, why he walked off the bench.
Is done. 31 points. Excuse me. Edwards with 30.
So that happens, right? And Chris Finch actually called him out. Let me see.
5 boards, couple of assists.
So his head coach actually called him out. And here's what he had. Oh, well, actually, this is him speaking on what happened. So
it'd be the same answers every time. So I don't know. I guess we got to change something. I don't know what it is.
Now I'm gonna keep it being with you. The Atlanta Hawks are a great young team, but on paper, the Timberwolves are a better team. So maybe Coach Finch probably subbed him out. I don't know why, but I don't think it matters now because he went crazy tonight. So who did they play? They played the who did they play? Where is it? They played the Heat. Check this out, guys. Check out these highlights. So he had 33 points. 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 10 for 19 from the field, 11 for 14 from the free throw line, 65% true shooting. Ant-Man, ladies and gentlemen, check this out. My bad.
He's one of the most electrifying players in the league. Could not knock it in. That's 2 excellent defensive possessions consecutively for Minnesota. Edwards.
Oh, shit. Nah, that was dope. That was crazy.
Edwards for 3.
Made some good things happen.
That's a sign of his growth and maturity emotionally as a player. He was listed as question.
I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. Anthony Edwards has improved his 3-point shot by a landslide. I remember one of the biggest detriments to him was by scouts, right? His inability to shoot the ball, and he heard the naysayers, and this nigga definitely went in the lab. Like look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Well, that's good news for the Heat. Edwards backdoor. Right now, the Heat, the number 3 scoring team in the league at 121 a game. Look out!
Hard screen up top, but then the dive and a steal.
Oh, Edwards gets the loose ball and attacks. Oh, my. That's 14 in the first quarter, just 2 here in the second. They try to bulldoze
By the catch and shooter there, Wiggins in the corner from Bam.
Edwards within a point now at 63-62. 7 straight for the Heat.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, man. One of the things I love about Anthony Edwards is he prides himself on both ends of the floor. You know, it's pretty cool to, you know, score a lot of points, you know, score a bunch of points, you know, inflate the stat sheet. But if you're scoring 30 and you're giving up 30 on the other end, I mean, come on. What are we even saying here?
Jovic, Conley sprawling.
Yikes.
Under 2 minutes left.
Make sure y'all drop a like on this video, man. If you're tuned in, drop a like on this video. I appreciate you guys for even looking at this stream for even 2 seconds. I appreciate it, man. But just make sure you guys drop a like on this video. I would definitely appreciate the support.
On the third, Edwards. Oh, he looked like a tailback. Edwards finishing. It's a 10-point game with over 3 minutes left. Edwards.
Ant-Man. All right, so I want to get into the main topic, though, that I want to get into the main reason I even started the stream. Once again, by the way, guys, this is going to be like a very quick stream. I just wanted to talk about a couple things.
Point Minnesota lead 3.5.
And one of the main things I wanted to talk about was what Steve Kerr had to say. This was, so I posted this 4 hours ago, but I think he said this maybe yesterday. So it says here that Steve Kerr says it's not realistic to expect the Warriors to compete with teams like the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Spurs over the next few years. Quote, "We know we're not where we are 5 to 6 years ago. I just don't want anybody to think that we're all delusional and thinking we should be competing for titles year in and year out with San Antonio and the Oklahoma City Thunder for the next few years." Now, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. This is the last thing you want to hear from your head coach. Now, I understand from a pure logical standpoint, it's clear as day that the Warriors are not like at the same tier as the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Spurs. So I can understand why Steve Kerr would say something like this, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and you guys can let me know what you guys think in the chat. If I'm Steph Curry, this is not something I want to hear. Now, before I play this clip, right, because there's a clip after this post, I want to also share with you guys another post where Steve Kerr talks about, basically he said that the Warriors shouldn't, because the trade deadline's coming up. The Warriors are not as good as people thought they would be with Jimmy Butler being on the team, stuff like that. But a lot of people, particularly Warriors fans, I mean, at least in my comment sections, they're like, yo, the Warriors are going to make a move. Like, their ass. And Steve Kerr comes out and says, and he's speaking on mortgaging their future for a star player, by the way. He says, quote, "All you have to do is look at some of the teams out there that have given up the world for a star player, and now they're looking around like the Clippers. No picks, Phoenix. No picks, Milwaukee. No picks. You can't really paint yourself in a corner if you're risky and irresponsible." Which I sort of kind of can understand. Check this out, guys.
If there's something that makes us better, for sure. But all you have to do is look at some of these teams out there that have given up the world.
Now, I'm going to pause it real quick. I kind of understand, okay, so the Clippers, they pretty much gave up everything for Paul George. Now, granted, at the time, it was looked at as a smart move because Kawhi and Paul George were the top players in the league at that time. So, and again, the last thing the Clippers wanted to do was give up Kawhi to the Lakers. Because if the Clippers didn't give what Kawhi wanted, that nigga was going to the Lakers. Facts. That nigga was going to the Lakers. So what did Kawhi do? If you want me, get Paul George. What did they do? They mortgaged their whole entire future for Paul George. Shea SGA at the time, who, by the way, Doc Rivers was didn't really like the fact that they moved him because they felt like Doc Rivers felt like SGA was going to be a good player in the future. But nonetheless, they mortgaged their whole future. No championships. Kawhi's hurt. You know, Paul George left, and the Clippers are just not looking like a team that is going to do anything. Now, granted, they've been, you know, I think they're on a 4-game winning streak. You know, Kawhi's been going off. He had a 55-point game against the I think it was the Pistons. So, you know, but let me stop pausing it. Check this out.
For a star player, and now they're looking around like the Clippers.
Oops.
Yeah, like, you know, no picks. Phoenix, no picks. Milwaukee, no picks. So you can really paint yourselves into a corner if you're risky and irresponsible. And I feel great about having, you know, Mike in charge of all this, because he's sharp and he understands all. Last year, if there's something.
So you heard what he had to say. Now a lot of people were like, "Damn, Steve Kerr is waving the white flag." I mean, he's seeing all these teams out there. He doesn't think. And granted, you guys let me know, who can the Warriors get that will actually make them, you know, legit, like, complete title contenders, to where, you know, they make a move and you're like, yeah, they're winning the championship. I don't know. I mean, people are saying Giannis. I mean, Giannis and Curry. What do y'all think about that? I mean, I think it'll be a great duo, but at the expense of what? Obviously, they're going to have to give up a lot for Giannis. Giannis is a top 5 player in the league, top 3 in my opinion, right? You know, the Milwaukee Bucks are garbage. So, but let me get back to the other point. So, Steve Kerr is speaking about how they're not where they were 5 to 6 years ago, and that they shouldn't really, you know. Basically, he's saying, we're not winning shit this year. And as a Warriors fan, I don't think this is something you want to hear.
No, we are not, you know, where we were 5-6 years ago. But we did win a championship, you know, 3 years ago. And that felt like kind of a post-glory years title, you know. We weren't quite ourselves, but we were good enough to give ourselves a swing at the plate. Everything fell our direction. We went and got a ring. That was pretty cool. Last year was pretty cool. Now, Steph got hurt.
Yeah.
Minnesota, we lose. But to go on that run, to beat Houston, to be in the Final 8 and give ourselves an opportunity, that's what we want this year. And there's no reason why we can't give ourselves that opportunity. I just don't want anybody to think like that we're all disillusioned and we're thinking like, hey, we should be competing for titles year in and year out with San Antonio and Oklahoma City the next few years. That's not realistic, you know? Yeah. So what does that mean? No, we are not.
Yeah, man. So let me know what you guys think about that in particular. Honestly, like I said, from a pure logical standpoint, I mean, he's right. The Warriors, if we're being completely honest, I don't think the dynasty's over. It's over. Now, the next question is, it sounds like, you know, the coach sort of kind of is giving up. Are they really going to waste the last couple of years, high production years of Steph Curry? I don't know. Let me know what y'all think about this, though. Hey, man. So, all right, what's the next topic? I appreciate you guys for tuning in, by the way. Make sure y'all drop a like on the video, on the live stream. It definitely helps with the algorithm. So, also too, make sure y'all follow me on. I'm seeing 5 viewers in here. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. It's free. You don't have to pay nothing. Follow me on Instagram. Also follow me on Threads and Twitter. Did y'all see this?
Again, 2-on-1. Buzella's fly.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Jalen Suggs.
If you're gonna try, you better try hard. There it is right here. WWW.
Yo, the NBA has like 4 different angles of this poster, bro.
MyFace.com. Jaylen Suggs. He tried. Give him an
Why did he even jump?
A for effort, but he's on the poster machine. Get up or get out the way.
Nah, that was dirty. That was fucking dirty. That was dirty as fuck. All right. So as we all know, right? Trae Young has been in a lot of trade rumors. Now, I don't know if you guys know and if you guys kept up with the Atlanta Hawks, but Trae Young was looking to get a contract extension in the offseason. And Atlanta was like, nah, we're going to wait it out and we're going to see how the season plays out. Now, Trae Young, I think he played the first couple of weeks and eventually he went down with an injury. Let me see if I can find that for you guys. Trae Young injury. So he missed 22. Did he miss 22 games? I mean, this is from last year. So he went down with an MCL sprain. And I got to be honest with you guys. While Trae Young was out, Jaylen Johnson literally had a breakout season. Now, for the casuals, Jaylen Johnson is, I believe, the Atlanta Hawks 2021 pick. Nonetheless, Jaylen Johnson is averaging an amazing 23, 10, and 8. Almost a triple-double, shooting 50% from the field. He's taller than Trae Young. He's more versatile than Trae Young. And I said this a couple of streams ago. The age of the 6'1", I think Trae Young's like 6 foot. The age of the 6 foot point guard is coming to an end. What we're starting to see is a lot of teams' point guards are like 6'6", 6'7", 6'8". And if you actually think about it from a pure basketball standpoint, it would be idiotic. And again, Trae Young, and I'm going to preface my comments by saying this. Trae Young is the best Atlanta player for the Hawks since Dominique Wilkins. I'm putting that out there. He's an all-star. He led them to the Eastern Conference Finals. Trae Young is to be respected. But there's so much you can do when you're an undersized guard. Now, he's led the league in assists a couple times. You know, floor general. But teams literally exploit him on the defensive end. And I think that's what the Atlanta Hawks are looking at, and they're like, Ice Trae, bro, we love you, man. We love you, bro. We love the clutch moments, but this dude, Jaylen Johnson is something else. Now, why am I saying all of this? And again, I don't know where this is coming from, but a lot of people are shitting on my boy Trae Young, right? So Blake Griffin came out and said, quote, in today's NBA, my bad, let me play this. You guys see this. In today's NBA, it is really hard to play somebody who is a mismatch defensively. Trae, being his size, just isn't an ideal matchup. Check this out, guys.
That's a perfect segue into the last point. Today's NBA, you're seeing it with the Lakers. It is really hard to play somebody who is a mismatch defensively, and I mean that on the bad end, right? Mm-hmm. And Trae, being his size, like that's just not an ideal matchup, I think. So I think there's twofold. Like, could Atlanta do a little bit better job of hiding him? Could they be able to work defensively on that? Yes, but today's NBA is just so different. So
well, because to your
that's a perfect segue into the last point.
Let me ask you guys this. Can the Atlanta Hawks really... I mean, the Atlanta Hawks, in my opinion, I think they have some really great defensive players. They have Onyeka Okongwu, who's, I think, their power forward. There was another player. What's his name? Hold on. Because I'm not going to lie to you, man. The Hawks aren't that bad of a team. I think they're a couple years away, like probably 2 or 3 years, 1 or 2 years away of being something, I guess you can say. What's his name? Dyson Daniels, who they're definitely going to, I believe they're going to be, I think did they re-sign him? Dyson Daniels, really great defensive player. Amazing defensive player. All right? Kristaps Porzingis, that's their center. He's their center. I forgot he was their center, honestly. Did he get hurt? I think Kristaps is hurt, no? Anyways, Udonis Haslem also came out too, speaking on the defensive thing, and that's been the conversation really around Trae Young. I also think when Trae Young was out, I think the Hawks had like a 500 record. Like they were really they were rolling when he was out, and I think when he came back, like their defensive rating lowered, points per possession, stuff like that. Like it just lowered. Let me see if I can find that Udonis Haslem quote though. Where is it? Did I put it in topics? Where is it? Hold on.
That's
Nah, it was D. Oh, here we go. Udonis Haslem. And I'm pretty sure this is on the Amazon Prime, post-game nightcap show. That's I think that's where we're getting these quotes are from. But Udonis Haslem on Trae Young, he says, "I love Ice Trae, personally. But you have to find a way for you to play winning basketball. It has to translate to wins. Yes, you lead the league in assists and creating opportunities for other guys. I don't care about your numbers. Did you win?" Now, I was talking to my friends about this the other day. And the NBA needs to start. I'm not saying that the NBA needs to bring back the hand checking rule, but it's just that it's like I feel like offensive players are empowered more than ever today. Like you can't even guard these niggas. Look at Luka. Luka had 20 free throws last night. And I love Luka. He's an amazing player. Definitely top 5. But he's a fucking foul baiter, bro. You can't touch these guys. You can't touch SGA. Hold on. Was it on Brick Center? There was a pathetic play I saw because the Warriors went up against the Oklahoma City last night, and all the starters were out. I think Jimmy was out, Curry was out, and Draymond was out with injuries. And there was a play where, and you guys let me know what you guys think about this. There was a play where SGA, I think he did like a step back going right, shot a midi, Al Horford blocked it, clean block, and the refs called a foul. I'm like, what? Now, granted, that's not an example of foul baiting, but the fucking whistle that these guys, it's just ridiculous.
The most junior official called it from 40 feet away.
You got to challenge that one. Let me tell you.
I mean, where's the contact?
Yeah,
and how did you see it from 40 feet away on the
Where's the foul?
other side of the court?
Maybe you can say there was some.
Where is the foul? This shit is crazy.
Lower extremity.
Oh, that Evan Scott, the most junior official, called it from 40 feet
Yo, Curry's like, yo, what the fuck? What could we do against this shit?
away.
You got to challenge that one. Let me tell you.
I mean, where's the contact?
Yeah,
and how did you see it from 40 feet away on the other side of the court?
Maybe you can say there was some lower extremity.
Oh, that Evan Scott.
Oh, that shit's crazy, bro. The NBA has to do something about this shit, bro. Like,
Minnesota lead 3.5 minutes.
you can't touch any of these guys, man. It's kind of sad to watch. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's kind of sad to watch. So, guys, remember the other day when I told you guys that I felt a lot of people were sleeping on Jaylen Brown? Because remember when Jason Tatum went down, right? A lot of people were saying that the Celtics coming into this season were going to be trash. And we're going to make the playoffs. Now, again, it's still a long season. But they were saying the Celtics weren't going to make the playoffs. They're saying that Jaylen Brown can't carry a team. He's a second option. He can't be a first option. He can't carry a squad. You saw the left hand memes. He can't go left, which, I mean, you can't really defend some of the clips that's out there, right? Of him missing wide open layups, right, with the left hand. But what we can't deny is the numbers, right? Now, in December, right, Jaylen Brown averaged 31.7, which is first in the NBA, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, shooting 50% from the field, and an amazing 42% from three-point range. And he was the only East player to average these numbers. And he was not named the player of the month. Who was named the player of the month for December? December. So they named SGA and Jalen Brunson as the players of the month. And Jaylen Brown did not agree with that. Let me see if I can find a clip of him saying that he didn't agree with it. Here we go.
Jalen Brunson won East Player of the Month for December, averaging 30 points and 7 assists per game, and Jaylen Brown didn't agree. He quote tweeted saying, shaking my head. And for December, Jaylen Brown averaged 32 points, 6.4 rebounds, and 5.4 assists, scoring 30 plus in 9 out of 10 games, and replied to some fans. One who said he was robbed, and JB said politics. Then to another who said, NBA pissed me off today.
Now I'm gonna keep it a bean. Jaylen Brown, I think, was robbed. Now it's just the week. It's just the it's the player of the month, right? It's not like a crazy award, but.
And JB corrected him, saying the Mafia, and he also spoke about it on his Twitch stream.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not going to say too much, but I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, this is him basically replying to, he basically didn't agree with the NBA's decision to name SGA and Jalen Brunson as players of the month.
Like, no disrespect, no diss to none of those guys, Shea or Brunson. Neither one of them had a better month than I had. But it's all good. Those are great players. But my whole thing is like, what's the rubric? What's the criteria behind? What's the rubric? Like, I don't even know what the right word is.
What's the syllabus?
What's the syllabus? Like,
what's the syllabus, dog?
Ain't no syllabus for this. Why do they select this? Like, they just be somebody in the back just picking their favorites, or like, who signed to, like, what's the rubric? Ain't no rubric. Nobody. I've been selling this to the NBA PA Players Association, and obviously this is controversial, and people just tell me maybe if you keep your mouth closed, maybe you'll win some awards. That's exactly why I'm gonna keep talking, because what me having my mouth closed or open pause has anything to do with awards.
Big pause. Fuck.
But what's the syllabus? What's the rubric? We just kind of like just being told like who's this and who's that, but
All right, so clearly Jalen did not like that he wasn't the player of the month. Now, Paul Pierce came out in defense of Jaylen Brown, basically saying that, and you guys let me know. You guys let me know what you think about this. Is it crazy that Jaylen Brown isn't in MVP? Isn't in the MVP discussion? Now, the Celtics, right, as of this live stream, they are third in the East. They are third in the East. And this is without their best player in Jason Tatum. They also they got rid of Drew Holiday, and they got rid of Al Horford. And they are still third in the East. They got rid of Kristaps Porzingis as well. And Jaylen Brown isn't in the MVP conversation. And Paul Pierce thinks that the reason he's not in the MVP isn't an MVP consideration is because everybody hates the Celtics. Quote, everybody hates the Celtics. We all know this. Why isn't he? Nobody held the Celtics third in the East with no Tatum. The guy is putting up 30 consistently. Check this out, guys.
At Underdog Ski, why isn't Jaylen Brown in the MVP conversations?
Because everybody hates the Celtics, though.
Oh, God, this is a Celtics.
No, seriously. Like, why isn't he? Nobody had the Celtics being in third place in the East with no Tatum. The guy is putting up 30 consistently. There still has been no buzz. Everybody's talking about Cade. I get it. They number one. Everybody's talking about Wemby. I get it. And obviously the normals and Shea and Joker. But this guy has to get some type of recognition. I mean, this guy is a 30-point walking bucket, and he should be in there.
Yeah, I mean, I actually agree with you. I think he should. From at under.
Now, what do y'all think? Do you think he should at least be in the MVP discussion, top 10? I don't know, because let me see if I can actually get the MVP ladder, because I'm not gonna lie to you, man. This MVP ladder is fucking. I'm not gonna lie, man. Who are you taking off? Who are you taking off? Like, honestly, let's be real. Who are we taking off? Now, okay, check this out. So, you got Nikola at 1. Now, Nikola's going to stay at 1. Like, Nikola's staying at 1. I think he's averaging a triple-double for the second consecutive season. The numbers this guy's... I'm not going to lie to you. The numbers Jokic puts up, I'm not mad at anybody who says he's the best player in the world. And that's that's also incorporating the fact that he's not great defensively. But what he provides for this Nuggets squad, he is the Nuggets. He is the Nuggets. Like, there's no taking Jokic off number 1. He's number 1. Now, let me say this. Let me backtrack. He was recently injured. So let me pull this up. So he was recently injured, right? Jokic. It was a hyperextended knee. Now, thankfully, it was nothing serious. Let me see if I can find that clip for you guys. Where is it? Here we go.
In on Jones. Hawkes short. And Jokic is hurt. Jokic is hurt. He's grabbing his left.
This is a different angle. Yeah, so his teammate hit him and it just buckled back. Yeah, buckled right there. Now, thankfully, this wasn't like a season-ending injury. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, the whole NBA world shut down when this came out. But make sure you follow me on Instagram, BeBondLocked. We quickly posted that he was okay. And look at the comments. Thank God. Thank God. Forget Nuggets fans. This is great news for the league and the fan base as a whole. He will be back to torch the Lakers. I guarantee it. That nigga, I'm not gonna lie. Jokic always torches the Lakers. Always. By the way, make sure y'all drop a like on this video. Appreciate the support. But back to the MVP ladder, okay? Where is it? Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. Because of Jokic's injury, SGA may be at number 1 strictly on availability. Strictly on availability. I think SGA only missed 1 game this season. So, strictly on availability, SGA is number 1. But we all know Jokic deserves, he's really number 1. But anyways, SGA's number 2, Luka's number 3, Jaylen's number 4, Victor Wembanyama number 5. Now, Cade Cunningham 6, Jaylen Brown. Oh, they actually have Jaylen Brown at 7. So this must be a recent one that dropped. So they are giving him his respect. But like I said before, the narrative was that Jaylen Brown couldn't lead a team, and he's clearly doing that, right? So we got to give him his respect. But let me know what you guys think about that, okay? Now, perfect. So Draymond Green came out and said that playing on Christmas Day fucking sucks. Now, I'm going to give you guys the full context, okay? Because a lot of people are clowning him and saying, oh, you're making millions of dollars, yada, yada, yada. And I don't think people should put money over, because a person's making a large lump sum of money, that should justify him missing the important moments, like, Christmas Day with your kids, spending time with your family, right? Because family is the most important thing. Now, I can understand both sides. Granted, it's an honor to play on Christmas Day, right? Not too many players in the league can actually say they played on Christmas Day. Normally, the marquee players, the marquee teams, the more, I guess you can say, bigger franchises, the Lakers, the Knicks, the Miami Heats, the Warriors of the worlds, those type of teams will be playing on Christmas Day. So it's an honor, right? But I want you guys to hear what Draymond said about playing on Christmas Day.
How great playing on Christmas Day is, how much of an honor it is. And yes, it is an honor to be considered one of the draws, the great draws that is in the NBA. When I say draws, I mean media attention, eyeballs, people wanting to see, people being interested in the particular team is great. To play on a day where everybody's watching, it's incredible. All of those things are great, but 2 things can be true at once. Playing on Christmas Day also fucking sucks. And the reason it sucks is, number 1, what I just said, it can affect your mood. Number 2, we are human beings, and just like everyone else, enjoy Christmas Day with their families. That kind of gets messed up for us in their homes or on a vacation with their families making memories. We don't get that opportunity. So I hate when people are like, oh man, it's an honor to play on Christmas Day. People should shut up. Like, no, you should shut up, because whether you played on Christmas Day or not, I don't really care of the perspective, whether it's the perspective of someone that played on Christmas Day or someone that has never come close to playing on Christmas Day, or an NBA game for that matter. My stance on it is the same. Playing on Christmas Day is great. It's fun. You know, you get all the eyeballs, but you miss family time. And so for all of those that, like, you should be honored, like honored to miss your family time, honored to miss your kids opening gifts, honored to...
Let me stop it there. So I can understand where he's coming from right now. I mean, it's a double-edged sword, sort of, kind of, right? Like, yeah, he's making millions of dollars, but it's also an honor to play on Christmas Day. But at the same time, we got to remember that these players have families. Like, these players are human too. I know sometimes when we see these guys on TV, it's like they're not real, right? You know, a lot of these players are a lot of kids superheroes. So I can understand it on both sides. And honestly, the backlash that I've been seeing him get, I don't think it's warranted. But Draymond, it's weird. Draymond's a fan favorite, but he's also not a fan favorite. It's weird. They have a lot of people that love him, a lot of people that really hate him. So, but I can see where he's coming from on that specific standpoint. So, all right, is there anything else to talk about? Actually, yeah, there was something I want to talk about. So this is the last topic of the stream, guys. Last topic. This is the last topic, and I'm gonna end it. So Jeff T came out and said that he would take Cade Cunningham over Luka Doncic. Let me see if I can find that clip for you guys. Where is it? 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 Here we go. So Jeff Teague says he'd rather have Cade Cunningham over Luka Doncic. Quote, I think Luka is one of the greatest offensive talents he's ever seen. When everybody in the world knows you're going to stop, you know you're going to stop, nobody's... I can't fucking read. With everybody in the world knows you're going to stop, nobody's kind of fucked up. Let's hear what he had to say. Wait, where's the... Oh, I thought he had a clip of this. Let me see if I can find a clip. Hold on. It's somewhere on Twitter. If he... Cade... I wonder if Courtside... Did Courtside post it? Here we go. Here we go.
He said, Cade better than Luka.
Who would y'all rather have?
Cade.
Cade or Luka be here?
I'm Luka. I love Cade.
Give me Cade, bro. He actually play defense, bro. Nobody says Cade's a cone, bro. And
that's the thing, bro. Bro, do niggas... Bro, I swear. And that's why I said the NBA has to fix this shit. Because the NBA has marketed the offensive players so much that defense is frowned upon now. Now, obviously, Cade Cunningham, I don't think he's top 5. He's not there yet. Probably, I'll say give him a... He'll probably, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Because with Luka's, the numbers Luka's putting up for the Lakers is... You can't really discount that. But guys, defense fucking matters, man. Defense matters. And I understand why... I understand why Jeff Teague would say something like this. Now, a lot of people who are, I call them casuals, because people think basketball is all about offense. Granted, the team that scores the most points wins the game. I get it. But we can't forget the saying, defense wins championships. And that is a real thing.
No disrespect to Luka. I think Luka's one of the greatest offensive talents we ever seen.
Facts.
But it's just two sides of the basketball. And I wasn't even a defensive guy. Like, y'all know me, I probably was a cone. Shit. But
now that nigga was a cone. And the thing of, you see, that's why, bro, at least Teague is keeping it in a buck. At least he's keeping it a buck.
It's too glaring, bro. Like everybody, like when everybody in the world knows you not gonna stop nobody.
Yeah,
that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, when you got compilations of you just chilling, bro.
And then when you can.
Speaking of compilations, and I hate to do this. This is the last topic though, so I'm gonna go crazy. Oh, I fucked up. Hold on. My bad. I'm playing it again for y'all. Speaking of compilations though, y'all boys, ladies and gentlemen, look at Luka's defense.
Minnesota lead 3.5.
I ain't trying to see Luka's defense, and I know it's anybody can like, you know, pull up, you know, low lights of any player and, you know, make a compilation and make them look bad. That's fair. But Luka really doesn't play defense. Like, there's times he doesn't even fucking try. And what annoys me about Luka is the fact that he won't try, or he won't play help defense or help side defense, and he throws his hands up like, oh, come on, bro. Let me show this.
Back on December 1st. Allen with an opening. Flies inside.
Minutes to get some confidence. That's going to help him right there, Bowler.
He's got Sadiq Bey if he wants to shoot it. Yes. Can't get yourself because it was Luka.
Never been a big point guy.
Underneath.
Phoenix looking to finish this quarter strong, and that'll help down the floor.
Do that.
Christie goes midi.
What is this nigga doing?
Bit of turnovers in this game. 12 and 11, both sides.
Now, granted, normally the best players on the team, it's not the norm for the best player to be your best defensive player. I'm not telling Luka to like become this lockdown defensive player. I'm just saying, bro, give some type of effort, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, give some type of effort. You know, slide your feet. Get a foul, bro. It's almost like he's afraid to get foul. Like, he's afraid to foul. I don't know, bro, but my bad for fucking up the Jeff T clip, y'all. I'm gonna have y'all play. I'm gonna have y'all watch it from the beginning, and I'm gonna end the stream after this.
Cade better than Luka.
Who would y'all rather have?
Cade.
Cade or Luka be here?
I'm Luka. I love Cade.
Give me Cade, bro. He actually play defense, bro. Nobody says Cade's a cone, bro. And there's no disrespect to Luka. I think Luka's one of the greatest offensive talents we ever seen.
Facts.
But it's just two sides of the basketball. And I wasn't even a defensive guy. Like, y'all know me, I probably was a cone, shit. But it's too glaring, bro. Like when everybody in the world knows you not gonna stop nobody.
Yeah.
That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, when you got compilations of you just chilling, bro.
And then when you can score, I mean, Cade can score just as good as Luka. I mean, Luka probably a little bit.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. Nah. I'm not gonna lie. Luka sometimes make that shit look easy. Easy, bro. And the crazy thing about Luka is he'll score on you with ease, and he's laughing at you as you're playing defense. Like, bro, you can't stop me. And that's the thing, bro. If Luka played at least 50% of defense, man, his aura will just be even greater because this man's an otherworldly talent offensively. It's just the defense is so fucking garbage, bro.
A better score, but it ain't like just too far apart. Where like Cade can't get 30 or no, he can. Like, I think he can get 30 or.
I'm gonna keep it a buck though. Cade Cunningham, he really does let the game come to him, right? Luka's a gunner, bro. He's a gunner, bro. He's coming out the gate, launching them long threes, boy. Get in you, bro. Scoring back to back. Cade Cunningham, he's a combo guard. Like, he can score buckets, but he can also orchestrate that offense, man. Cade Cunningham is the clear, true leader of that Pistons squad, man. I think they're first in the East, too.
If he really, really tried.
Yeah, they're going to say he probably closer to now, ain't he?
I mean, he probably averaged like 27, 28, but.
Cade a bucket for shit show.
Yeah.
26 and a half.
Yeah, like, he ain't far off of it. And he can distribute just as good. He averaged 9 assists, too, so.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it, bro.
I'll just take the defensive side of the ball a little more. Like, that team they guard. Ain't nobody getting picked on.
Yeah, man. So you heard what Jeff T had to say. Honestly, I like defense, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't call anybody crazy if they chose Cade Cunningham over Luka. If they're talking about the whole complete package. But y'all let me know what y'all think about that, man. So yeah, man, that's it, man. That's the stream, man. Look, if you are watching this currently right now, man, I appreciate the support, man. I really do. We're gonna try to make do more live streams, about 2 or 3 live streams throughout the week. If you want to keep up with me and know what I'm posting and shit, follow me on Instagram at @BBallUnlocked. If there's a specific topic you want me to talk about, DM me. DMs are open. I'm nobody. The fuck. DM me. You know, let me know, yo. You know, and also too, if you're watching this live stream currently right now, if you follow me on Instagram and you DM me that you were watching the live stream, I will follow you back. I'm not like dead ass. You follow me on Instagram and you DM me saying, "Oh, I'm from YouTube, bro. I was watching the stream." I'm following you back. But again, if you're watching this stream, you are a real nigga. You're a real nigga, for real. You're a real nigga. But make sure you drop a like on this stream. I appreciate the support. Another thing too, I want you guys to look at as well. I have multiple YouTube channels, so let me promote this as well. So, B-Ball Unlocked TV, you're gonna see my face, okay? This is where you guys see me actually give my unfiltered opinion on NBA topics. B-Ball Unlocked, this is another channel that I'm trying to grow. This channel is where I post voiceovers. It's scripted, and I basically talk about recent events. For example, let's talk about, you know what? I'm going to play, I know I said I was going to end the stream, but before I end the stream, I'm going to play this video that I posted on the other channel. Follow me on B-Ball Unlocked, guys. I appreciate the support. But look, let's play this. By the way, this video I posted is regarding the 65 game rule, the 65 game thing where players need to play at least 65 games in order to be eligible for MVP, All-NBA, awards. Now, the topic of discussion is people are saying that the rule should change because of injuries. Now, Giannis, Jokic, and Wemby, these are 3 of the top 5 players in the league. They are all in jeopardy of missing out on all NBA awards because of injury. So I'm going to play this video and I'm going to end the stream. Okay, guys? I appreciate the support. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Make sure to drop a like on this video. So the NBA 65 game minimum was designed to protect the integrity of end of season awards. But instead this season, it's threatening to erase one of the most talent-rich MVP and all NBA races the league has ever seen. As things stand right now, 4 of the 5 best players in the world are in real danger of missing the cutoff entirely. So let's start with the obvious one, Nikola Jokic, who is the best basketball player on the planet and has been putting together a season that borders on absurd. As of this video, he's averaging 29.6 points, 12.2 rebounds, and 11 assists while shooting 60.5% from the field and an amazing 43.5% from 3. It's an MVP season by any historical standard. Yet a hyperextension in his left knee will sideline him for at least 4 weeks. Now, during that stretch, the Denver Nuggets play roughly 15 games. Even if Jokic returns immediately after that window, he will likely miss 18 games total, which automatically disqualifies. So just for context, if you miss more than 16 games, you are automatically disqualified for any NBA awards. Now think about a guy like Jokic, who's averaging a 30-point triple-double. He's clearly the front runner for MVP. But because he got injured and he will be out for 4 weeks, I think within that 4-week window, the Denver Nuggets play at least 13 to 15 games. I just told you that if a player misses more than 16 games, they lose out on everything. Awards, MVPs, all NBA honors. That's crazy, right? Crazy. Qualifies him from MVP and all NBA consideration. A season that could have gone down as one of the greatest ever may end with 0 hardware purely due to availability. Then there's Luka Doncic, who sits in a slightly safer position but is far from comfortable. Luka has already missed 7 games this season, and while he's currently healthy, minor injuries have popped up throughout the year, and he can only miss 10 more games. Now Luka's a bit safe because he still has 10 games, but what I've been seeing recently about, he's been having his fucking elbows hurting, his legs are hurting. I don't know, man. You got 10 games, bro. Don't fuck up. games before crossing the line. Yeah, 10. That margin disappears quickly. Now, Giannis Antetokounmpo is in even more dangerous territory, as the Milwaukee Bucks star has already missed 14 games due to injury and is only recently returned. That means he can miss just 3 more games for the rest of the season. And for a player who plays with relentless physical force and carries massive usage, that is an incredibly thin margin. Now, Giannis is currently averaging 29, 10, and 6 while shooting over 64% from the field and an impressive 40.7% from 3. He is absolutely in the MVP race on production, but his margin for error is basically gone. Then there's Victor Wembanyama, the newest member of the elite tier. Now, Wemby exploded out of the gate before cooling off and missing time with an injury, and he has already missed 12 games, which means he can only miss 5 more for the rest of the season. Now, for a player who is 7'4" and tasked with doing everything on both ends, that is a risky bet. Wemby is currently averaging 24 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists, and 3 blocks while shooting over 51% from the field. He is in the running for MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, All-NBA, and All Defensive Teams. Yet one short absence could remove him from all of them. The only superstar truly safe is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, Shai has missed just 1 game all season and is now the MVP favorite by default. He is currently averaging 32 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists while leading the league's best team. Availability has become his biggest advantage. Now, the irony is impossible to ignore. The NBA finally has a season where multiple all-time level talents are peaking at once, and the award race may be decided less by greatness and more by who survives the schedule. The 65-game rule may protect fairness, but this year it is threatening to rewrite history. But that's all I have in this video, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the comments, and I'll see you. Yep. So let me know what you guys think about that 65-game rule, man. Should the NBA change it? Because it's clearly, players. I mean, again, injuries are a part of the game. We know that, but to an extent, this rule is sort of it could potentially tarnish players' legacies, right? Like Nikola winning an MVP puts him in. We're gonna have to start talking about like some top 5 to top 10 conversations with Nikola Jokic. Now, obviously, he needs to win a couple more chips. I'm not a casual. I'm not about to just come here and say a whole bunch of dumb shit. But it remains to be seen. But let me know what you guys think about that, man. So that's the stream. Listen, again, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'll probably be live in a couple days. Should I do a Sunday stream? We'll see. Sundays are normally days I have to get ready for work and shit for the week. So if I have time, I'll definitely stream. If there's something that pops up, some breaking news, definitely talk about it. But make sure you follow me on Instagram. Again, if you follow me on Instagram, DM me that you're from the live stream. I'll follow you back, okay?